Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. As you can see, I'm still not back to my usual setup, so just bear with me while I get things sorted out. I should be back to the usual B Dynasty experience next week, but for today's challenge, luckily it's an easy, straightforward one. At least, if you do have like semi-decent bounty hunters, you shouldn't have issues with this one at all. It's nothing like the Hot Cartel RNG Fest we had on Friday. Hope you had a great weekend, by the way, relaxing and looking forward to getting this week started with a Galactic challenge. Happy Mondays, everybody, right? So let's go ahead. First, obviously, I'll cover the modifiers and the feats and then show you the battles. So I have 3 battles for you in total. The first one will be all feats in a single battle with a full bounty hunter team. And then in case, you maybe don't have Grief, you don't have Mando, then, also show you a different bounty hunter team, kind of like executor requirement bounty hunter team, because that may be the most common bounty hunter team these days because of many going after the executor. And then as well CLS in the end to get some of the feats knocked out that the standard bounty hunter executor bounty hunter team couldn't get done. So either way, you hopefully should be getting max rewards here quite easy before we are having another Hot Cartel challenge on Friday again. Anyway, let's first kick off obviously with reviewing the global modifiers, the save heaven. So basically whoever deals damage first, they get permanent death mark applied on them, and then when that guy is defeated, whoever deals damage next gets that death mark applied. So Thrill of the Hunt is maybe slightly underrated modifier here because you just see, oh yeah, I gain 9 stacks of true defense, so what? But once you do get contract triggered, all bounty hunters get frenzy for 1 turn, adding 100% increased damage, and their cooldowns are reset. And bounty hunters, luckily the enemy on this side, the Bad Badger, are quite slow, so I think you should be able to outrun them. And then you quickly get your contract before they get going, and then obviously you get frenzy and you get another wave of attack. So basically you wipe out half of their team before they even get a turn. So definitely here modifier will really help out even your standard executor bounty hunter team. Enemy modifier Dauntless Courage, so whenever they gain a buff that can be dispelled, they will gain a stack of Dauntless Courage, which gives them some stacking offense and things like that, but they won't be really able to get any place going, so this modifier will not help them at all. So definitely advantage for us this time in terms of the modifiers. Obviously it's a bounty hunter challenge, so you have to win with a full team of bounty hunter units, and then you have to win without losing a unit, and as well without tanks in your squad. Now depending on your bounty hunter team, you may lose somebody, you may need to use Boss because he's a tank to get it done. That's why for the third battle I'll show you CLS that can get flawless victory, as well as the unguarded feat done quite easily also, and I'm sure there are plenty of other teams that can get this done as well. I just thought CLS was the first team that came to my mind, so I just ran with it. Alright, so let's now start with the battles. First, I'll go in with the bounty hunter team that can get all feats done in a single battle, going with Dengar lead because his contract is quite easy triggered as well. You just have to deal damage 10 times to the healthiest enemy, and obviously Wrecker starts off with a pre-taunt, so we'll be able to send Grief's mass assist on there, and this will really give us 50% of contract. Obviously if you do have Fennec, you can include her as well, maybe instead of Jango, because she deals damage 4 times on her basic, which will more or less give you insta contract under Dengar lead. But appreciate not everybody might have Fennec geared up, so I didn't include her. I just tried to make as accessible bounty hunter team as I could here for this all-in-one battle feats. In terms of speed wise, my Grief reference is like 325 something, and he was able to go first, so you don't even need to have super lightning speed on here, to be honest. So we go with Grief's mass assist. This gives us now 50% of contract. Now we have to go after Hunter because he's the healthiest, so let's go ahead get an assist. 70% on contract. I'm just going to do AoE burning here. 80%. We go 90%, Dengar goes, and contract already triggered. And now we can just go around, finish off these guys, make sure to land ability blocks, and because we have frenzy, obviously everybody getting a lot of turns now. So here, in terms of speed wise, you just need Grief to go first. He calls everybody to assist, and because of Mando obviously in there, whenever Mandalorian critically hits, he will be feeding turn meter to your bounty hunters, so the rest of the squad doesn't really need to be all that fast to be able to outrun these guys. And as you can see, we're pretty much demolishing their entire team. Wrecker obviously is tanky, but we'll get through him eventually. Down in the red already. Well, they got a couple of hits on us, doesn't matter. Anyway, they were ability blocked because of Boba's obviously applying that ability blocked. Now we're going after Tech next. Omega will get a turn anyway. She'll just do her basic. She can't do much, to be honest. So we'll just keep going. Here we go. Every time we critically hit with Mando, getting the bonus turn meter. Dengar's AoE removed turn meter, so we were able to push Tech back, and now just to finish off Omega. And this is pretty much in the bags. Definitely, if you do have Griffin Mando, you should be able to get this knocked out, I think, in one battle without really any RNG getting in the way. And this for me completed all the feats. The bounty hunter team didn't lose a unit, and also didn't use any tanks in your squad. Now if you don't have Griffin Mando here, that obviously can help you get this done. You can also, hopefully you should have these bounty hunters, so kind of, you know, the executor requirements plus Jango here, but because Bosk is a tank, you'll have to do then the no tanks feat another way. Good thing about Jango lead as well is you get plus 30 speed. So I didn't remote my bounty hunters, so the enemies will get some turns, but I can see if you would want all your bounty hunters get a turn before the enemies, if you put some good speed sets on them, even slower ones like IG and Dengar, they might be able to go before the enemies just because you get plus 30 speed from Jango. And the way Jango's contract is triggered, you have to deal damage to debuffed enemies 20 times. But luckily we've got lots of AoEs on this team, so as soon as we get those AoEs going, contract should trigger quickly. Now here we start first, so just gonna do here get a taunt up, and I'm going to do an AoE to apply debuffs on as many enemies as I can, and then we'll go start working towards the contract. So every time now we hit a debuffed enemy. Now here, as you can see, Echo didn't use his dispel ability, so definitely this was a good RNG. So if you're struggling here without Griffin Mando, just do this, what I did, wait until Echo there starts off, you know, not with his AoE dispel, and then this should give you opportunity now to keep going. However, as mentioned before, if I would remote my bounty hunters, that they would be faster. You could then even land ability block on everybody with Boba, and then, you know, to reduce that RNG of what Echo does first. I just didn't want to remote here if I didn't have to. There we go, we just keep going, smashing those AoEs. Because we got contract, we obviously got now frenzy, so we get another round of turns. Going after Tech next, I guess. Let's see. Was that a 700k hit from Boba? I think that was, wasn't it? Man, Relicate Boba is not fooling around. And that's it. So also these bounty hunters getting the job done, obviously with a side note that if your bounty hunters were slow, as in my case, obviously you need to wait for the RNG to align that their Echo didn't start off with a mass dispel and daze. Otherwise you can just throw some good speed sets on your bounty hunters, and they should be able to outrun all of them, especially Boba with his AoE ability block, and from there on out you should have things under control. And moving on, we got Commander Luke Skywalker team, just a standard Han, Chewie, C-3PO team, and obviously Han will get Death Mark because he will go first, but doesn't matter, the turn meter train here will really allow us to keep these guys under control. I'm going to go ahead and remove Taunt here from Wrecker. Then let's call assist over on Hunter, make sure to target their Han, so he gets called to assist, so his basic removes turn meter from Hunter. There we go, we push back turn meter on Tech, stunned Omega, and I'm just going to go ahead now, finish off Tech there, and looks like Hunter will get a turn next, so let's go after him. To an AoE, push back his turn meter as well, well, even finish him off better. Echo is next. Throw down an AoE, there we go, and now just Omega and Wrecker left, so these guys don't really have much left here to do anything. So definitely CLS is a great team for those you know, other two feats, non-bounty hunter feats, if you're unable to get it done with bounty hunters. But hopefully showing you in this video obviously how to get max rewards quite easily, whether you have Griffin Mando with your bounty hunters or just your standard kind of bounty hunter lineup from the Executor with the Jango lead as well for extra speed. If you do remote again, especially Boba, to be fast, he can go ahead, land those ability blocks, and those guys can't do a whole lot, to be honest, once your contract is triggered. Alright guys, so that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.